everyone, welcome to this week's recap of America's Next Top Model. And as always, I'm sorry for the very poor lighting in this room, but there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so last time Rihanna was eliminated from the competition because she was not versatile enough, and I can't talk. Okay, so Casey decided to initiate a house meeting with everyone, and she decided she wanted to get to know the girls better. So they played this question game. Everyone wrote questions down and they had to pick them out and answer them. So Chris described this perfectly. This was like the reindeer games because Casey's kind of like Rudolph and all the rest of the models are like the other reindeers and they just don't want to participate in these games with her. So it ended up being kind of interesting because you learned some things about the girls that you wouldn't have known in any other way unless you're friends with them and you talk to them, which most of the girls in the house do, except for Casey. So, Tyra Mail, sometimes you have to go backwards to move forward. So the girls met with Miss J. Alexander at the Second Street Tunnel in downtown LA. So they were going to have a runway show with Hervé Leroux Designs, and they were working with male models again. The one catch of this runway, they had to walk on a conveyor belt. What the F? And the winner of the challenge got Lisa Freed jewelry. So this was a total train wreck for almost every girl. Kendall's shoe fell off, but she kept going, so that was good. Lexi kind of pulled this thing off. Casey as well. You know, the whole thing was keeping your composure, because obviously you were going to trip a little bit, at least a little bit, when you stepped on and off the conveyor belt. So that was to be expected, but they really wanted you to just keep your composure and get right back in there. So Esther actually ended up falling at the end, and so did Chris. The winner of the challenge was Casey, and when she found out she won, she actually screamed. It was scary. Everyone else was pissed. You know when someone, no one likes them and they win something and they totally freak out, but it's really awkward because no one else is celebrating with them? It was like that. And it was really sad. But, yeah. So back at the house, the girls are just doing whatever, and then all of a sudden, Andre Leontelli shows up, and he brings with him Carolina Kurkova, supermodel. So she brought healthy food with her and stayed to teach the girls about nutrition, so that was cool. Because obviously, as a model, you need to watch your weight and you need to always be healthy. But I mean, a good diet is also going to help you have better skin and just a better overall well-being. So there was more Casey drama. Casey confronted Lexi because she left some bobby pins on the counter. First of all, that's gross. Who knows how many hair products are in those bobby pins in the first place, and you're leaving them on the counter? I could never imagine living in that house because it must be disgusting. But anyway, Casey shouldn't have been talking because she left out food for 3 days, and it was still out when she confronted Lexi. So that was some bullshit. But, Lexi fought back, and then Liz freaked out on Casey, and she was yelling because she is tired of all the drama and everyone having to scream to just, get everything out. So she didn't like that. So after that, Tyra Mail, don't let the competition throw you. So the girls met with Jay Manuel at Lucha Vavoom, which is a Mexican mask wrestling place. Nacho Libre, anyone? It was exactly like that. So they had to pose opposite wrestlers this week, and obviously the challenge in this photo shoot is to stand out with this crazy wrestler also in the picture who's wearing this funny, hilarious costume. So the photographers this week, the first time ever on Top Model, it's a father and son duo, Eddie and Moshe Braca. Yeah, they're usually known as Braca ×2, so that's cool for them. Ooh, I just turned into a ghost. Okay, so this photo shoot was all about ugly pretty because you have to look like you're in the wrestling ring, but you also still have to look good. So let's just talk about the judges panel. I just want to comment, Tyra, this season I love the whole behind the scenes thing. It's just so much fun. So, the judges this week, Nigel Barker, Andre Leon Talley, and Karolina Kurkova. So, let's just go through and talk about everyone's photo real quick. Kendall, she had really weak body language, but her face was really good. Lexi, no energy, and her face was like it was just really weird. It was not good. Esther, her photo was pretty good, but and no one commented on this. It looked like her arm was just coming out of nowhere because like her hair, she had this huge mass of hair right here, and it just looked really strange. And I was like, is that her arm or someone behind her? So yeah. Chelsea, good stuff. The only comment, she was pointing her finger to the viewer of the photo, but the thing is, you couldn't tell that it was a finger because she was going like that, and you need to go like that so that you can see, like, because photos are 2D, if you didn't know. Anyway, Anne, she was freaking out because she thought she was going to have a really crappy photo this week, and she didn't want to disappoint the judges, especially since she has had the top photo the last 3 judges panels. So she delivered another amazing shot, and everyone was like, Anne, come on, you could just stand there and it would be amazing. So I was happy for her because you could tell she was really upset, and that must be a lot of pressure to try to get top photo every week after you've already gotten it. So Jane's photo turned out a little porny. She did the arch the back forward instead of concave. So Tyra's always got to point that out because it's a big deal in fashion. Chris, holy crap, this was an awesome jump shot, and congrats to her. Kayla, she really went for it, and she got it. And Liz, she will literally rip your head off. Her photo was so intense, I was freaking out. Her eyes were like bulging out. I thought she was going to kill someone. The only thing, both Kayla and Liz showed up all drecatude for judges panel, and Andre wasn't feeling it. But their photos were both really good. Casey, her face looked horrible in the photo. I'm sorry, but she looked really old. And even Tyra was like, she looks like someone who's been modeling longer than I have. So that's not good. And you know what I just realized? I have a little guest for this show, my little chihuahua. I think he's supposed to be like a Mexican wrestler with his costume and his mask, so that's fun. Yeah. Let's talk about the top photo this week. Is it any shocker? It's Anne again, 4 times in a row. But it's not like she's just gotten it 4 times in a row. It's been every week since the beginning. So congrats to her. She really deserved it. The bottom 2 this week, Lexi, because she's not invested enough, or at least she's not showing it, and Jane. The judges don't know who you are because you're not showing your personality at all. So this week, Lexi was leaving. I didn't really like her in the beginning, but she was kind of growing on me, and of course, when I actually like someone, they always leave. So no surprise there. Next time looks pretty awesome, so definitely come back and watch next week's recap. And until then, much love.